Insight is a deeper appreciation of something or someone. And our next guest for Insight, I'm extremely humbled and honored, and more importantly, happy that this person said yes. A little bit about him. Now, I'll let him introduce himself. Yet, his native language is not English, yet, through practice and persistence, more importantly, belief in himself, he is now a teacher. He left his country of origin and immigrated to another country for a better way of life. Want to know our next guest for Insight? Check him out.
Hello, Will. Thanks for having me here for your Insight project. I am so happy to be a part of this project.
Insight is a deeper appreciation for something or someone, and thank you very much
Thank you,
for
Will.
participating in Insight. So please let us know your name and where are you from?
So, my name is Evgeny, and I was born in Russia, but I live in Canada. So, originally, I am Russian. I've been living in Canada for 7.5 years now. So, I came to Canada as an international student back in 2011. I've lived in Kamloops, Vancouver, and right now I live in Calgary.
All right, so Teacher Evgeny, I have lots of questions for you.
Sure.
What time do you typically wake up in the morning?
So I have a full-time job. I work Monday to Friday, and I usually get up at 6 or 6:30 a.m. depending if I am going to the gym. So if I decide to go to a morning gym, I would normally wake up before 6 o'clock.
What's your favorite food?
That's a great question. So I love pasta. I do not eat meat. I have chosen to stop eating meat back in 2012 or 13. I still eat fish sometimes, but I do not eat meat.
How about your favorite color?
My favorite color is actually gray and blue.
And here's a question for you. If you could visit one place in the world, what would that place be?
Oh, that's wonderful. I think I would go to Iceland.
Name one person that you admire, and why do you admire that person?
I really admire Ellen DeGeneres. I think she's a great comedian. Her sense of humor is amazing. She's iconic. And things that she does for her community and for everybody are beyond amazing.
Okay, now you are a teacher. Why did you become a teacher?
So I teach English on Instagram and I educate people about immigration and life in Canada. So I find that I do this primarily because when I was younger, I had so many questions and there was not enough resources. So I have chosen to guide people in their journeys. So if people study English or they are not motivated or if they are looking for information about Canada and life in Canada, life abroad, I can be that information provider. So I share my experience with people, I share my knowledge, and I love doing that, and I really love seeing people being able to learn something from me.
What advice would you give for future teachers? So if they're aspiring to be a teacher, what advice would you give them?
If someone wants to be a teacher or is planning to be a teacher, or even not a teacher but maybe a blogger, I think I would give them an advice to be authentic, to be honest, to be innovative too.
Okay, so Teacher Evgeny, excuse me. What are some of your favorite words in English?
Oh, my favorite words, apparently and obviously.
Do you have any favorite idioms?
Oh, I have a favorite idiom for you. My favorite idiom is it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. Because I used to think that this idiom was arms and legs. It's gonna cost you arms and legs. And one day I said it in front of my friend, and she was a native English speaker, and she started laughing, and she was like, "This is amazing how your Russian brain mixed with English brain comes up with things like this. She was fascinated. So it's one of my favorite idioms. And another one that I really love is to be in the same boat, because I have a story about this as well. So these are two of my favorite idioms. To be in the same boat, and it's going to cost you an arm and a leg.
Now, you are a very reputable teacher. Teacher Evgeny, I am now your student. Please, how can I improve my vocabulary?
To improve your vocabulary, absolutely. I have an answer for you. So what I did long time ago, even when I lived in Russia, I changed my phone settings to English language. I started reading in English. I watched movies in English with subtitles, obviously. And so by doing that, I learned a lot of new phrases and words.
How about speaking?
Speaking, yeah, this may be a little more challenging because, if you live in another country where people don't speak English, it may be a little hard, but thank goodness we have technology, right? So with the help from technologies, we can always find someone to talk to. Even back in early 2000s, I had friends in Skype that I would just, talk to, video call, chat, and it helped me to improve my speaking skills, I think. Traveling is another great opportunity for anybody looking to improve their speaking skills.
What movie would you recommend that you think is good in learning English?
A movie, TV series, for example, That 70s Show is one of my favorite, and I think it improved my English significantly. I started watching it when, I think in my early years in living in Canada, I started watching That 70s Show, and it absolutely improved my English language. So I enjoyed that show. I watched it 3 times. So I suggest that people who are looking to improve their vocabulary or speaking skills or listening skills, watch That 70s Show. It's fun.
How, Teacher Evgeny, please help me. How can I overcome my shyness?
Your shyness. I've suggested to people before that if you're shy and you are afraid to speak, find someone whose English is a second language as well. So it's very easy to find people in your country who speak another language and English is not their first language. When you travel, find people from other countries, right, who are also visiting and talk to them. I find that we are shy to talk to someone whose English is the first language. If English is not your first language, it may be not as scary for you to make mistakes. And you're going to hear their mistakes. So I think that's my advice.
Any tips to improve writing?
Any tips to improve writing? Writing, sure, phone apps. And use phone applications, use Grammarly, and talk to people, chat, and you are going to absolutely improve your writing. And another one that I actually would suggest is to comment. Comment on Instagram, comment on YouTube, like this video, comment, ask questions, right? And read people's comments and comment on their comments. It's a chain of comments, and you write things, you read things. It's amazing how we have these technologies and we don't really realize that it teaches us so many new things.
In your opinion, how can social media assist individuals with learning English?
Well, just like I said, so commenting and watching YouTube, watching Instagram, being on Instagram, being on YouTube. It's amazing how we have WhatsApp now, and people forgot about Skype now. We have WhatsApp, we have Facebook Live, whatever, right? All those things made us so much more connected to people in other countries. So utilize this talk to people. Like you do Instagram lives, right? And people dial you, so it's amazing.
Do you have to be a native English speaker to be a teacher?
I don't think so. I think in the early stages of you learning English, it's really great to have someone teaching you English who speaks your language, because they will be able to explain you all this like grammar. They can relate to your issues. Then when you move to like advanced levels, it would probably make sense to practice with someone whose English is a first language, or maybe they're like super fluent in English, just like me. So and yeah, so and practice with them.
How would you describe Teacher Will?
Teacher Will. So how I would describe you? You're very passionate. You're very energetic. I think. I think. And charismatic.
Well, Teacher Evgeny, thank you. This is the last question. Any final comments or suggestions to improve one's life or English?
Absolutely.
Final comments, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Will. So yeah, I want to say thank you for inviting me to this amazing project of yours. And final word for people who are on their journey to improve their life, to improve their English skills, to travel more, immigrate, whatever you're looking for. Be yourself, believe in yourself. Don't be afraid to meet new people, right? And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Life is so great, and it can be better. Experience new things, learn new things. I am very passionate about learning. I'm very passionate about educating people as well. So I encourage everyone to learn and be open-minded, be yourself, and enjoy everything you do. So thank you all very much for having me here tonight.